Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a very interesting double fire team here with our Talonflame and our Apex Shadow Ho-Ho in the back with the Sacred Fire Plus, of course, which doesn't make any difference to a normal Sacred Fire in the Go Bad League, which is a good thing because otherwise it would be pay to win. But yeah, this is a different topic. By Polyreth, by opponent. This team is a lot of fun to play, and you're gonna see some battles today which you most likely never seen like this before. Like, we have some insane sweeps, and we have one game which definitely also gonna come to as a short soon-ish. Like, I have never won like this game. Like, I literally never won this game like this, and it was literally insane. Well, we actually shield the Stone Edge from the opponent here, which was a nice catch there by us from shielding this one. I can let the next move go. And you really just want to have the shield advantage with your Shadow Ho-Ho. I had a great run with this team. I'm just gonna leave the shield here, and we just gonna no shield here, and we can just farm down with the Shadow Ho-Ho. And we see here, that's Scrafty coming in. Bye bye Scrafty. We have our Brave Bird for you. And in the back we have the Ninetales, and we have our Sacred Fire for you. This is the thing with the Shadow Ho-Ho. There is not a single Pokemon, I think, that really wants to take a move from Shadow Ho-Ho. I think everything kind of dies from it. Maybe like something like the Giratina would be able to take something and still hit kind of okay-ish back because it resists the fire type moves. It still, of course, gets normal hits by the Brave Bird, but it's still fine. But in general, this team was amazing, and they were like this one game. We're gonna see the one game later on, definitely. I don't know when it is, but like, it was the most insane game I've ever seen, to be honest. Here against the Registeel, I actually didn't know how much a Zapcan would do from the Registeel. It doesn't KO us, but it actually comes very close to KOing us. I think he would be able to farm a stone. So we're gonna leave this here. They have the Flash Cannon, no Focus Blast, which is, I guess, an okay-ish move. I don't know, like, I really don't know if this is like, if this changes any matchups significantly. Well, we are now one shields down. We see the Talonflame from the opponent coming in, and this game doesn't look too good, to be honest. We can KO the Talonflame at least, and we see the Cresselia coming in here. I should have most likely went for the other move, but it is fine. We're gonna try to swap out now. We swap out in time. They're gonna throw the move. If it's a Grass Knot, it is a Grass Knot. We should be in a decent spot here, actually, as Grass Knot should mean that he has also the Moonblast, which should be way better for us. If they had the Future Sight, we had, of course, no chance here. As we're gonna go in, and we're gonna go for the Sacred Fire Plus, and let's see how much it's gonna do. And it's gonna do enough to even KO the Cresselia. Like, the damage output of this thing as a closer is insane. We have a very bad lead, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a bad lead and a bad save swap for us. We see the Giratina coming in here. I'm just gonna go straight for the Brave Bird. I don't know if this was the right play here, but this doesn't KO him anyway. This is also a little bit of a bad matchup, definitely, as they can still go for one Shadow Ball here, and this Shadow Ball gonna come through. Gonna do like more than half our health, and I think I get to the Earthquake in time, but I actually don't, which is really bad. And so far it's so bad because we get kind of hard counted the entire way here right now. We're gonna try to get the shield, and they don't even shield. Of course, we can go now for the Earthquake, and now they shield. So like, my opponent reads me like a book, hard counters me, and I don't know what he has on the back, but this doesn't seem too good. They stay in, they get the last shield from us. We have one move stored. Can we still win this game? We see us swamp it in the back. Like, there is nothing I can do here anymore. I'm just gonna shield as, like, throw away this game here anyway afterwards. This was just a complete hard counter game. There was literally nothing I could have done there, I think, to win this game. The one problem for this team is actually the Jellicent. Jellicent, of course, is basically resist the Ice type move and the Fire type moves, both of them, while other water types, usually like Swampert, would at least get neutral damage from Ice type moves, but like, this one is kind of a problem. We still get one shield from them, which is fine, as we can go for a Brave Bird here against this Nidoqueen, and I don't think they want to shield this. They don't shield this. We might be able to still get to a Brave Bird here, which we're gonna be able to, which allows us now to get them very, very low, which is amazing. As we can go now into our War again. Take the move, I think. No, actually gonna shield the Shadow Ball. They have two Shadow Balls now anyway, so I have to let this move go. I'm gonna try to farm on my opponent now, but we will see the Mana Boss coming in there. I don't think there's anything we can do anymore. We're gonna shield up the first move, as, of course, the first move can do the most damage if we get the debuff. Now with the Sacred Fire, we definitely need the debuff here. We get the debuff, which is huge. And now we most likely put them into a range where Sacred Fire does a lot of good damage, but they can get to another move here, which gonna makes it all a little bit more awkward, as we can go for one Sacred Fire here, and this Sacred Fire gonna put them really low. They swap out into the Jellicent. I have to go for the move. I should have went for the other move. I didn't know that I would get it in time, but we can still farm down in time. We win with a 1 HP in a dream. This was really insane, as we see a Heracross in the lead. Still not the matchup which I want to see, to be honest. Like, there is still this one game that I had in there. You're gonna see it as well. It was insane. We see the Surf coming in here from the Lapras, which means we can still go for one Brave Bird. I think he could farm me down here, but my opponent decides to throw, so I'm just gonna let it go anyway. All fine for me. And we can go here for one Icicle Spear. I thought this would be enough because of, even though it's resisted, of course, I thought it would still be fine, but it wasn't fine. But it's still okay, we can farm down. We can go into our Ho-Oh-No against this Heracross, and we get an extra move through, which is amazing, as they have a Stoutland in the back. This thing is actually kind of good, to be honest, against me at this point of time. Of course, we get the debuff there, which is good. It's a 50% chance, but Stoutland has access to the Wild Charge, which is of course a very good, strong move, as they're definitely gonna shield up the next move here as well. But this basically allows us now to farm all the way down with our Walrein here, and we have so much energy. They go into the Heracross, and there's not a lot that they can do anymore as we farm them down, and they just surrender. Good game there. We have Cresselia in the lead here. Of course, good with our backline. Maybe I should try to catch the move next time, to be honest. Yeah, I think that would be the best play. I still don't know actually if I survive one Hydro Cannon from a Shadow Swampert. I play open mode for the league and not long enough, or like in general not enough to really know this. Like, I know that you survive it from a normal Swampert, like this is clear, but I don't know the Shadow matchup, to be honest. I should definitely look it up. As we can go for one Icicle Spear here, and this doesn't look too good as they still get to another move here, which is really unfortunate, as this Earthquake gets us into red health, and I don't think we have like any chance to win this anymore. We see the Greedent coming in, which is okay for us. We can go for one Sacred Fire, and this Sacred Fire puts him already into red health. Get the debuff there for the attack, which is nice. We see the Body Slam coming through, and I hope that I can farm down with one more so I don't have to shield. They go for the Crunch, which is good for me, but they can go for another move, and this kind of seals the deal here, because like the spamminess of this thing was just too insane. We're gonna have to try and catch a move now, which didn't work out because they had the move already. I thought they would need more. They actually had the Moonblast as well, so we can go for two Icicle Spear, but as you're gonna see now, I tried to go for the Earthquake, which didn't work out, and we will not be able to win this game, as they survive with a little bit of HP still left, which is fine. They go for the Grass Knot, and good game to my opponent. Next up, this might be the game that I was talking about. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I know it was involved with Deoxys Defense XL. They go for the Rock Slide. We survived this, which is fine for us. We can go for one Brave Bird. Already gonna put him very low, which is nice, and they're gonna throw another move. I'm just gonna let it go as well. They go for the Psycho Boost. Now they're low. They go into their Beware, which is definitely the match which I was talking about, by the way. They go for the Payback now, and I think we see P-Tide here, yep. Which is of course not the best for us, but we can go for the Brave Bird, KOing this thing. We see the Deoxys coming back in here. We're gonna swap out onto the Walrein, which most likely gonna be here. Psycho Boost, that's correct. And you see the health from the Deoxys going lower and lower. They're gonna swap out now, so they still have the Deoxys in the back with a 1 HP in a dream. We go for one Icicle Spear here against the Scrafty. The Scrafty still has 2 shields left. We can go for another Icicle Spear, and they're gonna be now very low. We can go for the Sacred Fire now, which my opponent of course shields, and we have to hope that they bait me here. If they don't bait me here, this game is over, but they bait me here, which is really amazing, because now we should be able to farm all the way down. But is our health enough for this? We see them counters coming through. We are 1 HP in a dream, and we go for the Sacred Fire even though they still have a shield. This is my only way to win this game, and we win through the shield, because one shield, like if you throw a charge move against a shield, you still do 1 damage, and this 1 damage was enough to win this game there, even though I had also 1 HP left, just because like this killed the Deoxys defense through the shield. Like, I've never seen stuff like this before, to be honest. I've never seen like a win that even happened like this. It's so unlikely to win a game by the opponent shielding a charged move and only having 1 HP in a dream left before. Like, it's so unlikely, and we of course would have lost otherwise. By the way, look at the game here. Very nice state of the game. Working very well. Like, very nice. Thanks. Yeah, and take like literally 20 seconds like staying there and doing nothing. Very cool. was more beneficial for us, to be honest, here in this scenario, as we can get this war in very low. We have to most likely still take one earthquake here, but I'm not sure. Does he let this go? He does let this go, but yeah, they most likely still gonna throw one earthquake here. They do. And we see the Sylveon coming in. I just hope that I can get some damage on this thing, and we do, and now we should be able to just farm down with the Ho-Oh, and they just see us as well. Surrender. Good game there. Yeah, speaking of a horrible matchup, Galvantula. Like, there's nothing really I have against Galvantula. There is literally nothing I can do there. I think this game gonna be very, very short, to be honest. Yeah, like, this is the problem with this team. Of course, I also... Like, I always show losses or whatever anyway, like, losses are good to learn. This is, for example, one hole for the team. Like, eventually there's nothing, they get the move through here as well, which doesn't really matter. They always would do this before I get my move through, so it's fine. But, yeah, like, there is not a lot that I can do here. This is just a hard loss. We have a triple electric type weakness, but electric types are usually not really dominant. I think this is the only Galvantula I've ever seen here. And there is, I haven't seen a single other electric type, so like there was nothing I can do here anyway. We can go for one Sacred Fire still, which gonna put him low, but of course this game is already over, as they're gonna be able to farm me down now with the Mandibuzz. Next up, we're gonna have Warren against Kommo-o, which is a pretty decent matchup for me, but still not the best either. I still have two flyers in the back, so it should be fine. We can go for one Icicle Spear. We're gonna get the shield from my opponent, and we can go for some more fast moves here. They go for the Dragon Claw bait, we can go for another Icicle Spear, and we're gonna see that they're gonna shield as well, and I don't get to my next move in time, so I have to shield this as well. This is gonna be another Dragon Claw, but they're gonna swap out into the Registeel. I'm just gonna get them low enough that I should be able to win this matchup with my Talonflame now. I went up to one charge move there, of course, because then I can punish the incoming Kommo-o again, which should be fine, as they're gonna try to KO me now anyway with their Kommo-o. And I can go into my... I should have waited out longer here, to be honest. I should have definitely waited out longer. But they have the Trevenant in the back, which is amazing for us, as we can go for one Icicle Spear, and we can swap out now into the Ho-Oh, and we just incinerate them all the way down. One Shadow Ball cannot be enough to KO us here, and the Shadow Apex Ho-Oh is just insane. One Pokemon that also beats us here, never mind, there is another electric type, XL Lantern. Something that you also kind of want to best buddy. If you didn't see my best buddy video, like, this was also one Pokemon that needs to get best buddy to get closer to the desired CP. You have to have a 100% Pokemon, but what a Pokemon to bring into this cup, of course. Like, it's very good against my team, but I already got him very, very low here, which is very nice. As we can go for a Brave Bird here, getting the last shield from my opponent. And you know the deal, basically. 0 shields against me with, yeah, 1 shield on our part. We can just try and see what our Ho-Oh can do with this, to be honest. As we're gonna let the first move go through here. I hope that they don't get to another move, but we have to see. As they can get to another move, I have to shield this one up. I have to go to 100 energy now, so I have at least some advantage here. And we know that we're going to be able to farm down the 1 HP Pokemon in the back there, which they don't go in there. We just go to boom away this Trevenant by Trevenant, and we see the Lantern coming in. And we're going to be able to win this game just barely against this Lantern. We see the Nidoqueen against us in the lead. We see the Zangoose coming in. This is the thing with Zangoose. Zangoose is actually pretty decent against me, but yeah, you can see how much damage the Icicle Spear does. Like, I can just farm all the way down. There's not a lot that they can do. And the damage from Shadow Claw didn't really matter too much either. Let's see if they have a Lugia in the back. Then they are definitely a Caleb Peng fanboy, because like he loves his Zangoose and his Lugia in Ultra League, which is kind of cool, to be honest. I really like when like people have like their signature Pokemon to use. I think it's like really, really cool. Like a friend of mine, for example, who also like now got second during the Lille tournament there, the regionals, has his Turtwig with him, and I think that's like so fucking funny. It's like so nice. I really like when people have their favorite Pokemon and like kind of showcase them and show them off the entire time. Also, like, we have like one streamer in the community who really likes Obstagoon, who basically plays it all the time. I think that's always really nice to see when people have like stuff like this. We see the Scrafty in here. I don't think we're going to be able to win this game, to be honest. We see the Sacred Fire coming through. They're gonna shield this up, of course. We're gonna let this move go. It's gonna be the power punch. We can swap out here. We can go for the Icicle Spear, but this doesn't look too good as this thing is not low enough that I can farm it down. Or can I? They throw the move, which means my quick move goes through, KOs them, and they go into the Nidoqueen. Now we can win just because they threw the move. If they let it go, we would have lost this for sure, but they threw the move and throw the game at the same time. Like, what kind of games did we have this time around? Like, this is insane. We were like, oh, we already won with 1 HP NiRiain against someone where we won because we got the 1 damage from the shield. And now we basically won because we had 1 HP NiRiain and my opponent threw a charge move, which they shouldn't have, because this basically allowed us to get to another move against the Nidoqueen, which is like, holy hell, the games that we had today, that's insane. We can actually KO the Giratina there, which I just saw, which is something that I didn't expect that it would happen, but cool. We see the Obstacle going for moves, but I get my moves through, which is nice, which is really important for this type of Pokemon. So we can go for 1 Brave Bird, and we should go them very, very low if he lets this go. He doesn't let this go, but they can go for another move, which is kind of annoying. But this is going to be the last game anyway. We can go for 1 more quick move and now swap out into our own Walrein, as we have a small advantage here, I think. As long as we can get to 1 more Brave Bird against the Obstagoon, we should be fine here, as we can go for 1 Earthquake KOing the whatever this is, the Walrein, and they go for the move here, which means that we can definitely go for 1 more Brave Bird and we win this game with Shilla-Ho-Oh. I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely did. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you haven't, and see you next time. Bye.